I'm excited to try. It looks really, I've loved watercolor and I've always been intimidated by it, and so I think that's what encouraged me to get a set, because I don't know, I just want to try. I love hobbies. Ever since I became a stay-at-home mom, I discovered that like I didn't have any hobbies, and so I started picking up all these hobbies. Like I got a sewing machine, I started doing sourdough, I started my channel, I started junk journaling, and now I have watercolor. So I'm just trying everything, and it's been fun. I'll just show you right now my watercolor set. I got a bunch of things. Maybe not a bunch, but I got them all from Five Below. I love Five Below. Everything's so good quality. Most of the stuff is good quality and it's cheap. Like Hobby Lobby is great. I love Hobby Lobby, but I have to go a little farther to go to Hobby Lobby. And if I'm just trying the hobby, I don't want to spend a bunch of money on expensive things, you know. So I thought that I would get Five Below versions, and if I'm good at it and if I like it, then I'll invest in like better supplies. Okay, I told you I was gonna be chatty. So this was actually a recommendation from somebody I saw on, I want to say it was TikTok. I have a TikTok, but I never go on it. I usually just do Instagram Reels. That's where I spend my time. Can you tell what generation I am? But a girl on TikTok does watercolor, and she said this specific watercolor notebook was her favorite, and it's from Five Below. I'll show you. So this is HQ. Let me turn that up. HQ watercolor. It has a toucan on the front, which is funny. My daughter loves the Tiki Room song from Disney, like the Disney World Tiki Room. So we listen to a lot of Tiki Room, and there's mentions of toucans in the song, and so whenever I see toucans, I think of the Tiki Room. Anyway, this girl is really good at watercolor, and she said this was her favorite watercolor journal, and she was like, don't hate me because it's from Five Below, but it's really good. And I was like, sold. I love Five Below. But it comes with 30s. Girl, that is not 36. Maybe it is. It says 36 sheets. But like, this was literally $5. I feel like anywhere else this would easily be $20. I know for watercolor, the pages have to be a little bit thicker so the water doesn't destroy the paper. I don't know, I'm learning. So this is what I got to start my first project. I'm going to turn birth because I waited until birth. I'm so sorry about that card. I waited until birth with my daughter. I didn't know if she was going to be a boy or a girl until I gave birth. And I think I'm doing that again. But I already know the gender. So I'm going to make a card. On the outside it's going to say it's dot dot dot. And then inside it's going to say boy. There's a plane. What the heck? Okay. Anyway. Okay, next I got this. I love this. It's a really cute watercolor set. It's one palette, one brush, and 36 watercolor cakes. And at first I was like, those look kind of small. But then I was like, you know what? It's probably plenty, actually. So. And I thought it was so cute. They also had a duck. And normally I would go for the duck because I love ducks and geese. I love yellow. That's my favorite color. But I got the frog because it was like green. I just felt like they went together. I kind of wish I got the duck, but it's okay. They were the same colors, same everything, just different animals. This was also $5. It kind of looks like it's $5. But that's okay. Like I said, I'm trying it out. Okay. Next, I got this. So these are watercolor markers. I don't know how these work. I would assume like regular markers. But I'm excited to try these in case I'm horrible with a brush. But this also comes with 3 watercolor brushes as well that have a container for water. And then these are the different strokes that you can do with the brushes. The different strokes. It comes with light pink, dark pink, tan, brown. I'm assuming that's yellow. Girl, is that yellow? Green, teal, purple, and lavender. Or light blue. So it comes with 10 markers. Okay, next. I got these artist pens. There's 8. And they range from 0.1 to 0.8, oh no, to 2.0 in size. And then it also comes with a brush. And I thought that this would be good for like fine line detailing, lettering, especially for cards. When I started junk journaling, I went and I bought a bunch of supplies like stamps and things, scrapbook paper, things like that. And I decided that I wasn't gonna buy cards anymore. I was gonna make my own cards for birthdays person. I want to be off my phone. And I feel like this is a great, I love anything like artsy, artistic, creative. I feel like this is a great, easy hobby. It's easy to get out and get started, I think. I hope. Okay. I have one more thing. I saw this on TikTok. No, on Instagram Reels. And then when I saw it at Five Below, I just grabbed it because I was like, that is genius. It's a paintbrush washer. Okay, now I've worked with acrylic paint a lot. I used to paint a lot in high school. My entire bedroom wall was canvases of my artwork, and like my capstone senior project was a huge acrylic paint canvas that I did. I spent hours on it. Anyway, one of my biggest pet peeves was washing brushes. And this is a water reservoir and a little dish, and you use the bottom of this dish to clean out your brush, and then there's a button right here that you press, and it empties out this water and fills it with fresh water, so you always have fresh water. Genius. This solved like my biggest pet peeve about painting. I hated dirty water because if you mix dirty water with clean paint on accident, it would ruin it. So this was also only $5. Everything was $5. 10, 15, 20, 25, $25 to start a new hobby. Paintbrush washer. Paintbrush washer. And then all the dirty water goes down here. And I think it says it's got 30 flushes per reservoir use. Like full reservoir equals 30 flushes. It's pretty good. And like I said, I used to do acrylic painting a lot, so I have a ton of brushes. So I didn't buy any brushes. I was tempted to buy new brushes, but I was like, you know what, let's keep it under 25 and I will use my old brushes. So that's that. Okay. The next thing I have to tap on is random things. But this is my favorite perfume. I don't love water sounds like that, but I also don't love glass sounds. But this is my favorite perfume. It's from Zara. this bear, and I wanted an ornament with bears on it. And the first time we went to Tahoe, I was pregnant with my daughter. And then this time we went, I was pregnant with my now child. Like, I'm pregnant again when we went. And so the first time we went, it was just my husband and I. The second time we went, it was my husband, me, and my daughter. And next year, hopefully we'll go again, and it will be 4 of us. I think that's so cute. And we ran into this family, and the dad was complimenting my daughter, and he was asking, like, if we come often and things like that, and he said their family's been going for 30 years, every year for 30 years, and his kids were my age. And I thought that was so cute, and my husband and I were like, that's our goal. Like, we wanna do Tahoe every year and like it to be like our family thing. We love Tahoe. It's seriously one of the most beautiful places in the United States, in my opinion. And I've been to a lot of places in the US. My foot's falling asleep. Okay. The last thing I have to tap on is to make sounds with. I love fabric sounds. And this is a new hat that I got when we went to Tahoe. We drove over to SF, San Francisco, and we saw the Giants play at Oracle Park. They were playing Toronto. They were playing the Toronto Blue Jays, the Toronto Blue Jays. We are a baseball family. We love baseball. So going to Oracle Park was really cool. It was awesome. I really loved it. I was surprised at how much I liked the park. But naturally we were going for the Giants because one, I didn't want to go for Canada. No offense, but I'm just not from Canada. But I know lovely people from Canada. I'm just gonna go for the California team. And another thing was, my brother was a huge Buster Posey fan. Like, he had a Buster Posey fat head on his wall. Growing up, and I was a catcher in softball. He was a catcher in baseball. And Buster Posey's one of the best. He's not as good as Yachty or Molina. Yachty or Molina's my favorite, but I digress. It was cool to see the Giants play. I'm not a Giants fan. Like, they're not my number one team, but I'll go for them. Like, I like them. I like the team. I like the franchise. But I picked out this hat as a souvenir when we were there. I wasn't gonna get anything, and then they had so many hats, and I was like, I love a baseball cap. And this one is specifically the Carhartt collaboration. And I loved the canvas. I thought it was so cool. I loved the colors. I'm not gonna put it on because I have a clip. San Francisco. My brother and I kept going, Francisco from the movie Elf with Will Ferrell. at some point